Sometimes anxiety isn't coming from one big thing going wrong in your life. It's coming from everything you're taking in every single day. Because if you really think about it, from the moment you wake up, your mind is already switched on. You check your phone, you might read messages, you might check your emails, you scroll, you take in other people's lives, opinions, the news, problems, and before you've even had a moment to settle into your own day, your brain is already processing more than it needs to. And it doesn't stop there. It continues throughout the day. More information, more conversations, more stimulation and thinking, and more pressure, more comparison, and your mind never really gets a proper break. So later on, when you're sitting there and your thoughts won't slow down, or you feel you're on edge for no apparent reason, or your chest feels tight and your mind keeps racing, it can feel quite confusing because nothing big has actually happen, but your system has been building up all day. And this is what most people don't realize. Anxiety is often the result of constant stimulation and overstimulation, and we're constantly overstimulated with social media and TV. We've got so many choices on TV as well, and it's your system saying this is too much. And when that happens, your body moves into a low level fight or flight state, not because you're in danger, but because your mind has been overloaded. And what makes it worse is what we tend to do next. We stay on our phones because then we start scrolling to see what the issue is, and we want information and to get some answers, and we distract ourselves, or we start overthinking and analysing why we feel like this, and all that just keeps the cycle going. So the shift is not about trying to get rid of the anxiety, it's about becoming aware of what's feeding it and then gently changing that. And you can start in a really simple way. First, give your mind a break from constant input. Even 10 to 15 minutes without your phone, without noise, without distraction can start to calm your system. Just step away and allow your mind to slow down. Second, bring your attention out of your head and into your body. Slow your breathing down. Be consciously aware of your breathing. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice what's around you, because anxiety pulls you into your thoughts, but calm comes from being present. And third, when your mind starts racing, instead of following it every thought and trying to work everything out, just notice those thoughts. Let them come and go, because you don't need to solve everything in that moment. And then fourth, do something simple and grounding. Go for a short walk, sit quietly, have a cup of tea or warm drink, write down what's on your mind, or not to analyze it, just to release it, because anxiety it's not trying to get you to think more, it's asking you for that space. And when you start creating that space, even in a small way, your system begins to settle and your thoughts slow down, and you start to feel more like yourself again, not because you're forcing anything, but because you stopped overwhelming your mind. So if you've been feeling like this lately, just pause and ask yourself, what am I exposing my mind to every single day? Because that really does matter more than what you think it would. And if you want to understand this on a deeper level and learn how to manage the anxiety in a practical way, you can find details in my book, Fix Me. The link is in the description below. And if this helped you, make sure you like this video, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this. See you in the next video.